What's up, y'all? I tried for the last 2 weeks to make a way better video for this topic, but we gotta do it the same old, and go from here. So I've seen a lot of talk about obligation sex versus validation sex, and that's recently, but I've obviously been talking about this for years now. They're the same thing. This is yet another way to come up with labels, definitions, and try to sell you on you need to be alpha. You're not alpha. Be alpha. Err. And it's also used, that's the guys, but it's also used for women to say, you're not doing something right, so therefore I don't have to do anything. When, okay, anyway, so number one, I want to use two examples. One, Donovan Sharp, another, Alan Roger Curry. Now, Donovan Sharp directly talks about validation sex. Alan Roger Curry, I've never heard him use that, but he does say some things that tells me he gets obligation sex, but I'm pretty sure nobody will call him like a beta male or whatever. He himself calls himself a seductive alpha, what the fuck ever. But let's get back to, because I didn't start with him, but let's get back to Donovan Sharp. He often says, like, he talks about what a woman has to do and has to be with him. In situations like that, unless you believe that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys who think this way do, unless you believe that when you are horny, by default, she's horny. Unless you believe that, you have to know that at some point you get obligation sex no matter who you are. Example, when he says his girl has to have like hooker shit on, like heels and stuff like that, I seriously doubt she wants to put, now again, this is my assumption, but to me, I don't think any human wants to always have to go put some shit on just to get one off. I don't believe that. But according to Donovan, he does it for her. She does it for him. And I'm pretty sure it's because she wants to be there, right? She wants to stay there, right? Wouldn't that be obligation? Because after a while, he's like, well, damn, you ain't putting out no more. I'm leaving. You don't think that doesn't fall under obligation sex? But would it not validate his value that she sees in him to stay and do it anyway? Sounds like to me. I remember Alan Roger Curry I think he was doing a one-on-one with Bernard Riley. And he told this, like, several combined stories at one time somehow about how he had women to the point where if he told them to go wash his car, they would get the fuck up and do it. So you don't ever think with something like that mindset that they've ever said, damn, I don't feel like sucking nobody's dick, but it's Alan. Is that not obligation sex? That validates the value she sees in him? What the fuck? Why do I get tired of coming up with new terms or new definitions for shit, and it's obviously overthought or just used as a way to have a talking point. So stupid. But the way this is often used, about a month ago or less, a little less than a month ago, this guy, as a joke, posted, tell me you're not having any sex without telling me you haven't having any sex, one of those little things. And he just showed his ring finger. It looked like a joke to me. I don't think he's actually said, I don't get sex. It's all like a joke. Whether it was or not, the responses were fucking stupid. Now, this is going to spin off to something that's not exactly related, but hopefully I can bring it back. These two responses always piss me off, but these are a little off track. Your spouse's body is not yours, and being married does not eliminate consent. Shut up, you stupid bitch. That's not what nobody's saying. I hate that response. It's such a just off track, just getting people off subject topic. I absolutely hate it. Again, that doesn't relate, but I had to get my vent out about that. Stop bringing that up because it's stupid. Doesn't relate. But you will hear women often say shit like, oh, she made a video response and said, how many times have you walked past dishes, a sink full of dishes? How often have you walked past trash and you've taken this? Like, really? Take any chick who says she's not fucking her husband because of dishes and trash, and drop whoever her fantasy celebrity is, drop him in that same kitchen with that trash in them dishes, and see if she really goes, but can you wash the dishes first? Really? So obviously it's not about the dishes. When people make this statement or dish out this idea that the only reason you're not getting sex from your wife is because you just stopped doing what you were doing, totally eliminate and ignore the fact that a lot of women get into marriages just for the stability, which there's nothing wrong with that unless you lie about it. Think about all the things that tie together, all the numbers that tie together. Who files for divorce more? They've been debating that, but who files for divorce more, reportedly? Women. When I was a child, the news reported that 50% of all married women had a backup guy. Those two don't tie together? What about the research that says 20 to 30% of men are not the father of their children that were made while they were married? That doesn't tie into it? Please stop saying, or just by default assuming, that a sexless marriage is because the guy just stopped being what he was. I actually can remember a personal experience. This bullshit. So in my longest relationship, when we were not living together at first, when we were together, we were fucking. Like that's what it was. To the point that one night, her mother had to spend the night for whatever the fuck reason. And apparently her mom tried to put rules on and stipulations on. No sex when I'm here, because she heard us. Like, we didn't even give a fuck that she was in another room, probably woke. But me and that same girl, when we moved in together, that's when I heard the make me want to. Should I invite your mom over until we go in the next rooms? Like, never heard that shit when we were in separate house. We didn't live together. Then shit happened. She moved out, but we still stayed together. And guess what? I never heard again. Make me want to. So what the fuck is it about y'all moving in with y'all man or y'all husband that make y'all automatically just not in the mood anymore? That shit is so fucking, that's weird. That shit's weird. But anyway, I just want to make this video. Stop this bullshit immediately by default. Oh, well, obviously the man is the problem. We don't know who's the problem. Just because a sexless marriage bites to a lot of you apparently automatically means that the guy is just trash now. It ain't never her. It ain't never because she's found another guy she's interested in. All the shit we talk about, hypergamy, that shit don't never come to play in these topics. Why? Y'all use the hypergamy for get out of jail free card all the fucking time. I done seen dudes having a conversation about a chick just straight up doing the most fucked up shit, and some dude will go, the women are hypergamous. And that wasn't the topic. If I ask you why did a guy rob a bank, are you gonna respond with, oh, he's competitive? No, you're gonna say, shit, he was trying to get some money. Right or wrong, he was trying to get some money. I'm not gonna say no goofy shit like he's competitive. So stop. Unless y'all want to use hypergamy here as well, stop just assuming that the guy is the fault that his wife does. And stop saying shit like text her while you're at work. That's this guy on Twitter posted before. Man, when you text your wife while you're at work, by the time you get home, the panties will be falling off. Really. So there doesn't already have to be that attraction there. There doesn't already have to be that her wanting you to come home and get it anyway already there. Stop lying to men. This entitlement y'all talk about, when y'all say goofy shit like that, do this and it will happen. Because you don't know his wife. You don't know if what you're saying is actually true. So he can follow your advice and go, well, what the fuck? I was told if I text you, I get pussy. Like, stop. Stop. Be right, not positive. I'm out.